So, hello, welcome to this video. Yeah, I'm back on the rover again, self-propel. The blades are very blunt. As I was cutting grass with this, and this was not cutting right, and I had to halfway through I had to stop cutting with this mower and use the cool cast instead. And later I found out the blades are very bad. So I'm just gonna take out the spark plug, and then I'll show you underneath what I'm talking about. Yeah, first things first, I'm just going to take the spark plug out. Okay, so it's bigger enough than that. Just should want to come out anyway. No, that's the spark plug out. Now I'll show you the underneath. Tip: never tilt it more on the filter side. This is the filter side, because if I tipped it to the left, it would I can tip it this way, but I can't tip it the other way, because if I tip it the other way, it will start leaking out this. So yeah, a load of oil will come out. So yeah, I'll just get this stabled up, and I'll see you in a minute. Welcome to the underneath of the rover mower. As you can see, the blades, it's a very unusual one. It has 4 separate blades. They don't seem to be all in a line. So they're very blunt. Very blunt. That is extremely blunt. I'm going to try and see if I can get this blade off, or I'm going to have to get them off independently. So yeah, I'll get these blades off and I'll see you in a minute. So yeah, I'm just taking off these 3 13 bolts. They come off very handy enough. I'm just going to screw them back in once I get this one off. 14. It's this one here. It's coming off handy enough. It's very unusual. Instead of just one big bolt, it's 3 of them. Main nut and 3 13s. I don't know how long this nut either is. This probably might be very long. But anyway. Oh, that's hurt. Now look at that. You can see it's underneath here, my mower now. But put that plate there now. I'm going to put this plate back onto here just for safekeeping, and the rest of the nuts just thread them in by hand, and I'm going to work on this. So yeah, you always hand tighten things to start off with, so you get a feel for them eventually. It's a bit of a knack in them. I don't screw on the whole way. I just want them that they go on, and these are going to be well tight when I am putting the blade back on. I'm just going to have to remember, I'm not going to be able to cut much more now. It's no blade, but it's going to go in for good service. And you can sharpen blades while it's on the mower by any means, but I just said I'm going to since it's so bad and I want to tighten them up, because they're all like that. They should not be doing that moving crack. I'm just going to take them out completely now. In fact, I think these were off before. I think because when we first bought this, it has 4 blades and I only had 3 of them, and that's why it was rattling like mad. So yeah, just have that in. Now that's perfect. Now I'm going to just put this back in the shed. As you can, it might rain, so bring this into the workshop, and see you in a minute. So yeah, this is the blade. So you can see it's all covered in grass. And I know why. I would try to get these little blades off, but I know why now, because they're all oddballs, including that one that I don't even know what size even goes on that. But they're all oddballs. Some of them are actually welded, and it is as loose as that, which is not a very good sign really. That one's good and tight anyway. There's one good tight, and the 3 other ones are loose. And that must be the one actually that we got replaced. But they all need sharpening. As you can see, the blade is exceptionally bad. I'll just get this focus. It's very exceptionally bad. When your blade gets to this bad, no wonder it was never cutting properly. So yeah, well, first of all, I'm just going to clean down this dish with a disc grinder, and clean all around these bolts so I can actually get a spanner on them and maybe tighten them on. I'm not going to take them off, I'm just going to tighten them up, and then I'm going to go and start filing these blades back to being sharp. So yeah, we're back outside. I'm just going to do this outside because there's a lot of debris on it and a lot of dust and stuff is going to be coming off, and I don't want to at least be outside. It's not going to be in the shed. So yeah, I'm just fitted the disc. One of the things, safety things to wear when you're going to do any sort of wire brush using, especially on a power drill, always use goggles and gloves as well. It helps because all these little bristles on the wire disc are not permanent. Even you can see that one there, it's already coming off, and that'll break, and you don't want that going in your eyes. So yeah, always wear protection on your eyes and maybe on your hands as well, because little bits can go into your hands. So yeah, right, see you out there. So yeah, I'm just going to start this. So yeah, after about 5 minutes cleaning, as you can see, all the debris. Yeah, I'm happy that I done out here. As you can see, it's very good in underneath, because this was only recently restored, except for this. That's good and tight anyway. So all these need to be tightened, this and this. But now, as you can see, I've cleaned all around the lock nuts, and they're all oddballs, but I'm not going to go and try and change them. I'm just going to see if hopefully they'll be able to tighten, even though they don't look like they want to come off anyway. So yeah, we get them tightened, and I can start filing away on making them sharp again. So as you can see, I've 3 of the blades out of the 4 are done. As you can see, the 3 of them I've sharpened on the blade, and they're good and sharp now, very good and sharp. You can see it's nearly, yeah, very good. And as you can see, it's a very thin line, and there's going to be no indents. They're all perfectly sharp. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. I left the last one so I can cut it on video, and this is the way condition all of them were in. As you can see, it's very bad. Just need to let that focus. As you can see, it's very bad. All broken on the top. Chips gone out of it, essentially. And it's very rough. No wonder it wasn't cutting grass. So yeah. One of the things I think is the main reason for these to be broken. It's not always faults of stones or just from cutting grass. It's actually the grinders. I don't use grinders when I was filing and sharpening my other blades. I use just an ordinary hand file. It may take you a couple of more minutes, and you may not get the job quickly as done. But I think, in retrospect, towards heat on metal, heat to metal makes it very brittle, especially blades. And these blades are going to be very brittle, especially after a disc grinder has been done on them. And I think the previous owner used a disc grinder. Without a doubt, he used the disc grinder to sharpen these blades up, and that's what can cause them to become very brittle on the ends. They're very brittle anyway, but it makes it, the heat doesn't help things. The files, on the other hand, are very easy going. There's no sparks flying everywhere when you're cutting. There's just a small bit of shavings, and there's no heat towards the metal. It's just, you're just filing away. Okay, you can generate heat from files if you file quickly, but the way I'm going to be filing these, you don't. So probably one of the reasons why you've put on this video is to be shown how to do the files. So I'm going to get to this. So you don't have to file this lip. This lip does not need to be filed. It's just the cutting here. So I'm just going to put it into the vise, and I'll see you in a minute. So now it's in the vise. Don't put your jaws on the curved part. as you'll hold it wrong, and it will also dinge your blades. So I'm just going to get my file. As you can see, it's very rough at the top, so you don't have to do it all the time, but because there's a lot of chippings, and it looks like it looks like I was trying to cut bricks with these, essentially. So I'll just go a light along the top. Just tighten this up motion, and then release. Do not go back down. If you go back down, you're just breaking, because what you're actually essentially doing is making the material sharp. And the way it goes sharp is it gets very, very thin when it gets to the tip. And if you're going back, you're just breaking that piece off, and it's making it blunt again. So really, you're just undoing the work you're doing. So you just do this, that, and you can already see it's beginning to get sharp. Now, you can go a bit quicker like this. Just never pull back. You just lift up and then go down. And when it's a bit delicate, you just, go a bit slower. But it's very slower. It's much slower than a disc grinder, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. Now, this is not finished yet. I'm just gonna put this on the far side, because I have to file this side again. As you can see, it's still, and you remember not to put it on the curved piece. You put it in here. Now, another thing, this type of blade is very, very rare, in my opinion. I've never seen such type blades. It's only on the Rover I've ever seen them, where there's 4 kind of like spokes of blades. The normal blades you'd see is one like this here. If I can get it out of the box. That I'm also sharpening at the moment. It's just just one blade. This is the one you'll be working on, and I'm in the process of filing it, but I'm going to get the better file on it, and I'll show you at the end how to. But it's the same process really. It's just with a shorter blade. Same process, exact same. But this, you can hold it in the center or whatever, do what you want, and there's a longer filing range too. Yeah, so let's go with this. I don't think file on the flat side. You don't have to file as much, just to give it a small score to clean up those edges. Now, just check our thickness on the blade. Now, let's really need to focus the camera. Now, it's very hard to get that, but you can see that there's a line going along, and it thickens and thins. And where it thins, you don't have to keep going. That's where you've finished. But where it thickens out a little bit, you do that bit more of a going over. The thinner that it is, the better, but you only have to go to a certain extent. Less than a millimeter would be grand. Now I think that's done, because yeah. So now you can see that the blade's a vast improvement from what it was. I might just give that a bit more of a lick, because you can see it's kind of a bit of still the dent at the tip, and the tip is the one that's going to get the most wear. So you kind of concentrate from the inwards. So yeah, well, 8 minutes on the video. I'm definitely going to cut this shorter than it is. But yeah, right. So yeah, that's filing. I'm going to put it back together, and hopefully I'll see it back in the mower. I've sharpened the blades. I know they're all sharpened, tightened, very sharp and tightened as well. And now I'm going to reinstall it in the mower. Yeah, after just tilting the mower, I'm just going to take these bolts off and reinstall the others. Yeah, just always remember what way your blade goes back on and that sort of thing. And so once you know that, you know you're in a good place. Now I'm just gonna line up the holes. That's them there, and I have all these little 13 bolts to go in. Just get one threaded in, I'll get the rest in, and I'll get them all dead tight. I'll reinstall the spark plug and I'll show you the difference in cutting. For perspective, it was not cutting anything. It was more or less just knocking it down. It wasn't even cutting it, not at all cutting it. So that kind of goes to show how important it is, and the performance for your mower as well. And yeah, so 3 bolts almost in now. Just always come near the end, you can ring a bolt very easily, so you just go nice and easy. Now I think it's a 14 on the center. I'll just tighten the out ones for a second. As you can see, it does want to turn around. So I'll give them a good dead tightening off camera. You need both hands just to hold the blade. So yeah, see you in a minute. Just give that a good hand tightening, and make sure they are dead tight. They're very, very important to have tight, because you don't want their blades to come off. So yeah. Now just a spark plug. I'll just thread that in first. Very easy to ring that one as well. No, just give that tightening. Socket. So the socket is still attached to the 14, so, and it's on loosening. Now that's perfect. Don't need to go. Oh, that's actually it's in a rubber, because there is a special socket for this type of work, and it must have just popped out. Put that back in. Now that's the spark plug reinstalled, so now I can start it. So yeah, now I've just reinstalled the spark plug, and yeah, now I can go and start it. Good start. Spark plug's in. It's just throttle wasn't down far enough. So as you can see, there's a huge difference in cut and not cut. So I think that's a good success. I think it's cutting very, very well, and if it keeps this up, yeah, it will be great. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.